Is there something that's possessing your kids? Let's find out.
Hey. Microorganisms swimming around your pipes, they secrete mood-regulating chemicals like serotonin, dopamine.
The link between gut bacteria and your kids' behavior just got a little stronger. Let's talk health today. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano.
And Jamie.
And we got a great article here on gut bacteria and kids' behavior. Years ago, I read a book by Gary Null called The Food-Mood Connection. And there's a lot of linking to the food that you eat to your attitude and to depression and to even feeling good. So there's definitely a correlation. Several authors have done this. Gary Null has not been the only one. Here's something else, an article. Let's check this out. This is from theopenmind.com. Theopenmind.com.
It's by Michael Howard. So Ohio State University researchers have found that gut bacteria affects a toddler's temperament. After examining the stool samples of 77 kids aged 18 to 27 months, the researchers concluded that it was time to step outside and get some fresh air. They also concluded that mood, curiosity, sociability, impulsivity, and in boys, extroversion were linked to more genetically diverse bacterial species. Gut bacteria is having a moment lately, even receiving the very important story treatment this week in the New York Times. The paper of record takes a deep dive into research that increasingly suggests that microorganisms swimming around your pipes not only digest food and fight disease, they secrete mood-regulating chemicals like serotonin, dopamine, and GABA, which is gamma, what was the word?
Aminobutyric acid. Yes.
There is definitely communication between bacteria in the gut and the brain, but we don't know which one starts the conversation, says the OSU, the Ohio State University Studies co-author, Dr. Michael Bailey. Maybe kids who are more outgoing have fewer stress hormones impacting their gut than shy kids. Or maybe the bacteria are helping mitigate the production of stress hormones when the child encounters something new. It could be a combination of both.
So let's talk about kids eating healthy, because your gut bacteria is related to your health. And your immune system...
It's what you're ingesting what mixes, right, in your gut.
Your immune system, 75% of your immune system is in your gut. It's located, that's your first line of defense. When you ingest food or something, you're ingesting something, that's where germs actually end up a lot of times, besides breathing them in. So we have very healthy kids. I like to think we have very, very healthy kids. They've never been to the doctor for a sick visit. Our son, one time, has had Lyme disease, and our daughter, Courtney, had Lyme disease 10 years ago. So those are the only two times they've ever been on antibiotics. They're 17 and 15 years old. And this is unheard of.
Very much so.
Kids are on...
And both because of Lyme disease.
Both because of Lyme disease. And Justin just got Lyme disease 6 months ago, and he was never on an antibiotic until then. Like I said, they've never been to the doctor for a sick visit. They do get sick, however, but they don't know what pneumonia is. They don't know what bronchitis... My kids know nothing about any of that. And so we give as little... I mean, we're like so strict. No flu shots, nothing like that. It's all about giving our kids healthy, real
keeping their
food.
Immune systems up.
And their food. Go ahead and answer that.
Aroma Thyme Bistro, this is Jamie. Let me help you.
So there's a direct correlation between the food that you put into your body and your health. Now, our kids didn't have dairy growing up. They didn't have cow's milk. They didn't have anything like that. They didn't eat meat. They were basically fresh fruits and veggies, whole grains like quinoa, whole grain breads, whole grain pasta. So how do you get your kids to eat healthy?
Well, it starts with the parents.
It starts with
the parents, and it starts with what you teach them at an early age.
Do you remember whenever we went out to eat with other family members, other people, and you'd have all the other cousins and kids like grabbing in the white bread and putting butter on their bread and grabbing white bread? I would tell my kids, no. We don't eat like that. We don't go out and have white bread, white pasta. We don't go out and have stuff that's fried like French fries. We don't do that. But you and I were on the same page, and we led by example.
Right.
So for us, raising healthy kids was just a part of a side effect of wanting to eat healthy ourselves and showing our kids this is what you do.
Right.
Now, of course, our kids perfect. They're not.
Are we perfect? We are
They're
not.
But I got to tell you, for a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old, when they go out to eat,
They make better choices.
they know what to order. They don't. When was it? Like our son was like 8 or 9 years old when he asked what a Mars bar was. Remember that?
Yes.
A Snickers or
It was
something.
a
A Snickers.
Snickers,
It was
yes,
a Snickers. And somebody told him when he was like 8 that McDonald's had a playground in
He
it.
was like, it does?
He's like, McDonald's has a playground? He's like, Dad, why does McDonald's have a playground? He's like, because they want to keep you there, son.
You're not going to be able to shelter them, but you have to give them those tools at the beginning when they're young so that they can make better choices for themselves.
You have to teach, you have to lead by example. Everything you put into your body has a cause and effect. It's either helping your body grow stronger or it's killing cells, cell growth or cell death. It's one or the other. So French fries are cell death. A baked potato could be cell growth. See the difference? Something that's fried, denatured, high oil, carcinogenic because the oil, GMOs. Everything you do, people, has a cause and effect. So when you're coming to your kids, the reason why we got healthy, because we were not healthy people.
No.
Until Courtney was born. And when you got pregnant, I said, I've screwed myself up so bad. Now I'm responsible for kids.
Right.
And I don't want to screw kids' health up. That's the last thing I want to do. And that's when we started reading books. We started reading alternative books. We started reading about diet. And I was a chef, so I was eating everything.
Oh, yeah.
And it would have been easy for me to bring home all kinds of crap to our kids, right? Everything from boursin cheese to foie gras to fried foods to creme brulee to pastries. It amazes me how parents go to a grocery store or to a bakery, and it amuses them to give their kids crap. Sugar, crap, ice cream. Your sister got really mad at us one time because we wouldn't let her give Courtney ice cream.
Right.
We're like, that's not something we do.
We don't do that. We don't go to
a regular custard stand. If you want her to have ice cream, we'll go to the health food store.
We'll buy some sort of non-dairy ice
Right,
cream.
non-dairy ice cream that's rice-based, that's sweetened with brown rice syrup or something. That's a lot healthier for you.
Right.
But you have to be, as parents, you have to be strong, and you have to stand your ground with family members. And we told grandparents, you don't reward them with candy. How many kids are in the grocery store and the parents are just like, here you go, just so you stop throwing a temper tantrum.
Right.
And the kid's like, I want that. And grocery stores know where to strategically place everything in the grocery store. And the kids are like, I want that. And the parents don't know what to do. They can't control them because their gut bacteria is off and they're just out of control and they're addicted to this stuff. And the parents just don't want to deal with it.
Right.
And yet they're sitting there with their noses running and they got to go back to the doctor. I wish that people would just understand. A lot of people know this stuff too, right?
They just choose not to follow it.
It's because it's easier.
Right.
It's easier just to reward the kids. It's easier for grandparents. If you're a grandparent listening to this, the worst thing you can do is start setting these grandkids up with rewards for sweet stuff.
Right.
That's the worst thing ever. We gave our kids rewards with mangoes. Our kids have eaten so many mangoes. When we bring a case of mangoes home and leave them on the counter, they're gone like that. Watermelon's gone like that. Bananas are gone like that. Apples are gone like that. We bring home persimmons, they're gone like that. Lychees, they're gone like that. So teach your kids the right thing. Stand your ground with in-laws, outlaws, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, other cousins, out at restaurants. Take a stand. You eat right, and your kids. And that's all we got to say on this. We have a lot to say on this, but we'll leave it at that. Chef Marcus Guiliano.
And Jamie.
Thanks for watching. If you like our videos, please hit like.
Subscribe.
And check out some other videos that are linked here on some other topics, like our latest upload. Subscribe and
Pass it on.
And a video that you might be interested in.
I was like agreeing with you.